You know, I started it with the Brecht sort of DNA. I basically took the setup of Mother Courage and her children, but then I've set it now in a very contemporary setting.
This one is set in a not too distant future, maybe even current time, American city on the brink of collapse, in a forgotten street corner. And Mother, the character here, is a woman who believes in the American dream, really. She believes in self-sufficiency, she believes in the promises of this country, and she's found her own little niche.
Mother is a survivor. Her main concern is the welfare of her children, keeping her children safe, keeping her children with her, and enterprise. She describes herself as an entrepreneur.
That I think that Mother is consistently trying to fight against this narrative that you can't do anything. And she fully believes in the idea that you can make your own future, that you can do your own thing, you can go your own way. And consistently roadblocks keep coming up against her to prevent her success in that.
Like the operation you've got going here?
I figure this is as good a spot as any to earn a living.
You renew your business license lately?
What can I do you for, gentlemen? Coca-Cola sound good? Grilled cheese? When was the last time you had a really good grilled cheese?
They can't operate this thing without a license.
That's up.
It's against the law.
Earning a living? Since when?
Just hold on.
Kids, put your wrist out.
Destined scared, but doing it.
Slap on the cuffs and call the paddy wagon officers. Me and my boys have been breaking the law and we deserve to go to jail.
Nobody said anything about jail.
As long as you cooperate, that is.
It's a peculiar law that punishes people for self-sufficiency. We have never taken anything. No handouts, no social services, no safety nets, no sir. Just a day's work for a day's pay. If that's against the law, lock us up.
The idea of a single mom with kids trying to make her way in the world, trying to teach them and impart to them what's important, what's necessary, and what you need to do.
She tries to insulate herself and her family from the outside world. They live off the grid, so her biggest challenge is to keep the world from intruding upon their world, the world that she's created for herself and her kids.
Now me, I'm an entrepreneur. Now that's a creative livelihood, I make the rules.
Yeah, sure. How many you want, Mother?
Self-sufficiency, that's the ticket.
4 dozen? 6 dozen?
Self-sufficiency, just like Mr. President Lyndon B. Johnson envisioned. And the key to self-sufficiency is work, industry, employment.
I can get more. I get the best connections of anyone around here.
And the key to a thriving business is providing a service or product that your buyer can afford at a reasonable price.
Let's. How many, Mother?
What is my clientele supposed to do with a bunch of firecrackers, Cracker?
It's almost New Year's.
I know what time it is.
Stating the obvious. Everybody celebrates New Year's.
Oh, you think lighting up M80s and cherry bombs gonna heat up their houses for New Year's?
Everybody's going to party whether they can afford to or not.
Sure, put a sparkler in the socket, put a match to it when the electricity gets turned off. Great idea.
Here in Florida a year ago at Theater Lab at FAU was its very first reading. So it was just a little baby then. I thought I was writing kind of an adaptation of a well-known play. It kind of took on a life of its own, again, because being influenced by what was going on in the world today, reading the headlines, watching the news, it just kind of seeped its way into the action of the play.
The similarities that Mother and I share are that we are rooted in our beliefs about the world. Very rooted in our beliefs about the world. You're shaking your head, you agree with that, you know me.